Hi, everybody. Welcome back to As We Speak. Today, we're going to talk about parenting our teens in this seemingly never-ending pandemic with parenting coach Ryssdom, founder of Ryssdom Coaching. Welcome, Rys. Happy to have you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
So, guys, please stay tuned to the end of this short show because we have a very interesting surprise giveaway for you, which I'm sure many of you need and will really benefit from. Okay, Rys, so tell me, in today's social media age, how do you recommend that parents keep communication channels open with their children?
So first and foremost, specifically talking about teenagers, I think it's very important to set boundaries. Now, when we talk about setting boundaries, I know everyone talks about setting boundaries, but when I talk about setting boundaries, I'm particularly referring to having open and honest communication with your children. So engaging with them and asking them what they feel is the right amount of time for them to be spending on social media. So really engaging with them and finding out what their needs are. You know, why do they feel the need to go on social media? What are they getting from social media? How is it benefiting them? How are they growing from it? Really trying to connect with your child in order for you to be able to understand what the relationship is between children of that age and social media itself. And in doing that, what you can do is gain an understanding and a connection with your child, which I think is really, really very important.
It is. It's a whole different world. So I think it's important that we connect with it. Now, Rys, at a time when this is an age where they are naturally gravitating towards their peers and as far away from us as possible. So how much time should we as parents expect to spend with our children at this particular phase, daily? And how do you make that quality time?
Okay, so that's a very interesting question. First and foremost, one of the words that you said in that question is expectation. Now, this is a very tricky one and there is no right or wrong. Every child is completely different and it's not a case of one size fits all. I think the key is, as parents and just generally as humans, we all have a lot of expectations. And when we have expectations, we're opening up space for disappointment, if you like. So the key is to not have expectation. And that's what I encourage. I encourage parents not to have an expectation from their child. Just let them be who they need to be. That's really very, very important. Now, when they go through this particular phase, they're going to be exploring externally. Up until this point, you have guided them and you've led to where they are today. Now they want to explore. They want to see what's out there for them. Who am I? Who am I? Where do I want to go from here? Who do I want to be? They're getting very, very curious now, which is why they're looking externally, which is why they're gravitating, as you said, externally to find the answers. And that could be through social media, that could be through their friendships, that could be through any external means. But our role as a parent is to support that. This is really, really very fundamental because this is a very crucial time in their lives.
Rys, what do you think is the best way to handle really argumentative, offensive, insulting behavior? Which just happens, we know it's the phase, but how do you really handle it in the heat of the moment?
Yeah. So the key is that after every action, there's a reaction. And I always feel that as parents, we react very, very quickly. And that's the problem. What we need to do is when we have that action from the child, so when they're being argumentative or aggressive or rebellious or whatever it may be, I encourage parents to take a step back and really assess what is going on underneath what is happening there. So the behavior is the external, but there's something really brewing underneath surface level, and that's what needs to be explored. So before reacting, it's very, very important that you assess what is going on for the child. So it could be that, you know, somebody has triggered a reaction because something else is happening externally. It could be, you know, a fallout with a friend. It could be struggling with schoolwork. It could be a whole heap of different things. It could be hormonal.
Let's talk about, this is like the fundamental question, isn't it? Should I be my 14, 15, 16-year-old's friend, or should I be the parent?
Difficult question. Yeah. Very difficult question. Yeah. I personally, I mean, again, there's no right or wrong here, but personally for my daughter's 15. I would say I'm a little bit of both, to be honest. So I mean, I show up as a parent in terms of I guide her, I support her, I encourage her, I motivate her, and all of those good things, and I set boundaries with her, and all of these things that I do as a parent. And from a parent perspective, I share knowledge, wisdom, stories with her. But on the other hand, on the flip side of that, I feel that that bond and that connection is really created when I can meet her where she is, at her level. You know, speak to her in a language that she understands, connect with her in ways that she is connecting with the world, and try and engage with where she is right now and try and understand where she is right now.
How do you propose getting to know friends in sort of a non-threatening, non-embarrassing way, because nowadays everything's embarrassing. Before, when we were growing up, our friends just came over or they called through the telephone. We don't have the luxury of that anymore. So how do you propose we do this so we know who their peers are, because peers are so important at this age?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I believe in asking for permission. I think that's very important. So as a parent, there's no harming asking your child for that permission. So for me, for example, I would often say to my daughter, I'm very curious to find out who your circle of friends are. Would it be okay for us to invite them over for lunch or have their family over for dinner? How would you feel about that? So it's giving the power to the child in that situation, allowing the child to make that decision on what is considered comfortable and what is not considered comfortable. But at the same time, communicating the reasons why you feel it's important for you to meet the friend. So when you're gaining that permission, when you're passing over the baton, if you like, and you're passing over that control, you are almost confirming to your child that they're worth something, their opinion is worth something, that they're respected. So you are sensitive to the fact that whatever works for them works for you. And that's really very, very important. And I think that's the key. And again, it's all around communication and how, it's not just communication, but it's how you're communicating, what questions you're asking. That's absolutely crucial. That is absolutely crucial. And detaching yourself from the ego, the parent ego that we all have, detaching yourself. It's not about you, it's about the child, right? So if you want to find out who your child's friends are, gain that permission. And what I tend to do is, even when the children, say for example, I'm hosting lunch for my daughter's friends, and their friends are here, I ask for permission in front of the friends. You know, like for my daughter, Isha, would it be okay if I just join you guys for 5 minutes just so that I can see, just get to know your friends? Would that be okay? And in doing that, what I'm doing is I'm enabling her to feel powerful in front of her friends. And every child loves that, right? So just putting the ball in their court, really.
Brilliant, Rhys. Thank you so much for all this guidance. So important. I'm sure we can all use it. Now, guys, for this wonderful giveaway, Rhys has very generously agreed to give one lucky winner the benefit of a half-hour coaching session for free. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for doing that, Rhys. So what do you need to do, guys? Simply tag me at As We Speak Now and Rhys at Ryssdom Coaching, and let us know what your challenge is with your teens and what you love the most about your teens. After which, I will pick my favorite comment in the comment section below, and Rys will get directly in touch with you and you can have your session. Is that good, Rys? Is there anything more you want to add to that?
No, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. I'd love the opportunity to help anybody that's going through a tough time with their children right now. So that's fantastic.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you so much, Rys, for being here. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been useful. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.